Oh, honey, not even close. We are just getting warmed up because what went down at Papoose and Claressa Shields' private wedding? Baby, it was less fairy tale and more Tyler Perry meets Zeus Network meets WWE SmackDown. We're talking flying wigs, a screaming Remy Ma, a frozen groom, and enough tension to power blackout all 5 boroughs of New York. And if you thought this was just a wedding, oh no. This was a full-blown reality TV finale with receipts, drama, and betrayal so spicy, your screen might catch fire. But don't move a muscle because what I'm about to unpack might just be the wildest celebrity ambush of the year. Buckle up, grab your snacks, and hit that like button. Because this is Gossip Spill vibe, where the truth comes with receipts, sarcasm, and absolutely no chill. Our story begins not with Once Upon a Time, but with Remy Ma wasn't on the guest list. Picture it, a secluded candlelit ballroom just outside Atlanta. Violin music humming, champagne glasses clinking, whispers floating about the bride's designer dress. Everything looked perfect. Too perfect. Because in the world of hip-hop royalty, if things look peaceful, there's a storm waiting backstage with stilettos and screenshots. Now the bride? None other than Claressa Shields, Olympic boxing champ, reality TV star, and newly crowned queen of public-private messiness. The groom? Mr. Black Love himself, Papoose. Longtime rapper and self-declared king of loyalty. Or so we thought. So why the secrecy? Why no press, no announcements? Well, according to insiders, Claressa wanted to protect her peace. Translation? Keep Remy Ma far, far away from this bridal fantasy. But Remy Ma isn't just any ex-wife. She's Bronx royalty, a woman who did a 7-year bid and still walked out in heels and a recording contract. You can't just quietly marry her ex and think she won't find out. This ain't her first rodeo, baby. So how did Remy find out? Word on the street is, a mutual friend posted a snap story from the ceremony and forgot to block her from the close friends list. Big mistake. Remy showed up. No RSVP, no warning, no mercy. Red heels, trench coat. Mission, activate. She stormed past security, told an usher, "Don't touch me, I got history with the groom," and entered the ballroom like she was headlining Summer Jam. At that exact moment, Claressa was mid-toast. Microphone in hand, champagne raised, smile on lock. Then the music cut. One bridesmaid whispered, "Oh no, she's here." You know it's real when the background characters start catching the Holy Ghost. Remy? She walked straight up to the stage, said nothing, looked Papoose in the eyes, then slowly turned to Claressa and boom! The wig snatch heard around the world. And no, this is not exaggerated for clout. A now-deleted TikTok clip confirms it. Remy gripped Claressa by the lace front and screamed, "You thought I wouldn't find out." Guests ducked. Phones flew out. Centerpieces were collateral damage. Papoose? Frozen. Mouth open. Holding the ring box like it was evidence in a criminal case. Now let's pause. Because while this already sounds like a scripted episode of Love and Hip Hop Apocalyptic Vows, it got worse. Claressa, a trained fighter, didn't swing. She just held her wig in one hand, her pride in the other, and whispered something to her maid of honor. Maybe, "Get my purse." Maybe, "Get my gloves." And where was security? On break. According to one insider, they were enjoying the vegan buffet. You can't make this up. And then came the monologue, the most Shakespearean toast ever delivered at a wedding that wasn't hers. Remy raised her glass and declared, "To loyalty, may it rest in peace." One woman fainted. Another tried to live stream, but accidentally had her phone on selfie mode. And Claressa? Sis entered the 5 stages of lace front grief. Now let's talk about the envelope. Because Remy wasn't just there to snatch wigs, she brought evidence. DMS hotel receipts, screenshots that could give iCloud trauma. She waved the papers like she was hosting a TED Talk for scorned women and said, "You've been sneaking around since last August. You told me it was about boxing." Not that kind of ring. Boom! The room exploded. Murmurs, gasps, and in the corner, the violinist quietly packing his instrument, whispering, "I played for this?" Then in the most soap opera twist ever, Papoose blinked. After standing like a wax figure for 30 minutes, he finally moved. But not toward Claressa. He walked toward Remy. Yes, the ex-wife who just publicly body-snatched his bride's wig. He leaned in and, according to a very bold guest with reality TV lip-reading experience, he whispered, "I told you I wasn't ready. They pushed this wedding without me?" Huh. Who's they? Claressa, her team, the wedding planner, Beyoncé? Turns out there were rumors that Claressa rushed the wedding to get ahead of Remy-related drama. And then, another twist. That manila envelope? Papoose picked it up, held onto it, didn't give it to Claressa, didn't toss it. He clutched it like it was the last verse of a diss track. Meanwhile, Claressa, lash hanging loose, looked like someone just canceled her whole PR strategy. A cousin from her side tried to lunge at Remy. And a Remy sidestepped like she was on Dancing with the Stars and said, "Touch me and I'll drop more screenshots than an Android user." Iconic. Security finally showed up 40 minutes late, out of breath, overwhelmed, and already defeated. By the time the DJ stopped playing Beyoncé's "Best Thing I Never Had" on loop, the cake was untouched, guests had vanished, and Papoose was gone. Claressa reportedly spent the night alone in the honeymoon suite. No groom, no vibes, just a wedding hashtag she couldn't delete fast enough. Remy vanished, hopped in a black SUV, edges laid, wig in hand, blasting "Conceited" like it was a theme song. But the drama didn't stop there. The next day, Claressa went live on Instagram, crying in a hoodie that definitely wasn't hers, saying, "I didn't deserve this. Not on my wedding day. Not from a woman I once looked up to." And halfway through, her manager drops a bomb. "We are pursuing a restraining order and civil damages against Remy Ma." Oh yes, lawsuit incoming. But then, Remy clapped back. A silent video, no sound. Just a close-up of the wedding invite. Addressed to Marie R. Scott. Caption, "You invited me. You just didn't think I'd show up." Boom. Plot twist. The internet in flames. Then came the real killer. Someone leaked the prenup. And guess what? If the marriage ends in under 90 days, Claressa walks away with everything. Cars, condo, and a piece of the Black Love brand. Suddenly everyone's asking, was this love? Or was it leverage? And then one last twist. A leaked voicemail allegedly from Papoose to Remy. "I never stopped loving you, I just stopped knowing how to show it." Now to cue the violin version of alphabetical slaughter. So now we ask the only question that matters. Was this a wedding? Or was this a reunion in disguise? Was Remy Ma out of line? Or did she do what half of us only dream of? Is Claressa the victim here? Or the architect of her own downfall? And Papoose? Sir, how did your loyalty get more lost than your facial expressions? Drop your hottest takes in the comments. Team Remy? Team Claressa? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more chaos wrapped in receipts, and smash that bell icon because tomorrow, we just might spill what really happened at the after party. This is Gossip Spill Vibe, where the only thing messier than the guests is the group chat.